What is up? And I cannot stress this enough, my gamers. Welcome back to another JMR Sands video. It is damn cold today. It's like 24 degrees. I'm out here. I'm about to go on a long road bike ride. But for the focus of the video, I'm actually wearing right now. It's the Aeropex by Aftershox. Now, I don't want to do a whole lot of talking out here today because it's so cold. So I'm going to throw you back to the desk. And so where I'll go over all the features. So see you there. Yeah. And here we are with the Aeropex by Aftershox. These are the normal version, not the pro version. Onto basic features. They'll call these bone conduction headphones, but they're actually not. Maybe they conduct a little bit through your bones, but really these things just make sound and they sit right ahead of your ears. So these hook onto your ear. Now they charge right there. You get plus and minus volume, a power button, and if you hold that, that's the pairing button. There is one more button on the left ear, and that's pause play. There is no touch sensitive anything, all just buttons, super nice, and this just sits on the back of your head. So all you get is this really light clamping force. Now let's check into what I'm doing on the bike. Sorry, I can't really talk right now because it's so cold. I'm pretty sure Jack Frost has a foot fetish because oh my god, my toes. And I'm gonna have to take off these things because of their singular flaw, and that is you can't wear a gaiter with them. So when it's cold, it's impossible to cover your face. My face is so cold, my ears are so cold, the tips of my fingers and the tips of my toes are so cold, even though I got my booties on. Yeah, so I'm gonna start recording and get moving so I can get out of here. Now, this seems like a good time to talk about what I don't like with these. Now, I noted the proprietary charger, which is right here. It looks like it's this little magnet thing, and it just snaps on right like that. The thing about this is that if you lose this, you gotta buy another one of these exact chargers. This is an Aeropex design charger, but I don't think it was for a bad reason that they did it, because if they tried to put a USB-C port in it, you can see how much space inside of it that would take up. And this is like a limited amount of, like, they got to get a lot of stuff into each of these things. And so if they were to put a USB-C port right there, then that would take up a significant amount of internal space. Also, I assume that this has to be more waterproof than a USB-C port. The other thing is that these take up real estate above your ears. It is possible to wear glasses with them, but it is less comfortable. It kind of presses the glasses into your, like, the side of your head a little bit more. And you cannot wear a gaiter while wearing these, which is like my ears on that first half of that ride. That's what was happening to me. But other than that, the final negative is that there is zero sub bass with these. If you really like really bassy songs, they'll sound kind of flat through these. Now, like 99% of people won't really care about that, but that is something that will happen with these. I got used to it where I stopped kind of noticing it, but if you're like an audiophile or you really like really bassy music, it might not be a good idea. Okay, well, let's check back in on what I'm doing on the ride. Okay. So I just reached like this symbolic halfway point on this random road. But like it's not the literal halfway point. I think it's a little less. I'm doing 37. I think I'm about 15 right now. Before I was heading away from my house, and now I'm heading back towards my house, which is nice. Oh, I just know every one of these has got their seat heater on full blast and all that shit, man. Look at that. That car is full of warm air right now. Okay, I gotta stop being salty. But that's a huge step for mental. I think I'm gonna make it home, but goddamn are my fingers and toes cold. I was able to cover up my ears after I got those headphones off, the Aeropex off. But for real, they're so comfy. Other than that one detail that you can't, like, it takes up space on your ears. It's just, they're really nice. But anyways, back to the desk, I guess. So let's talk about what I like with these. I really like that there's all physical buttons. The fact that there's no touch sensitive nonsense on here is great, because the side of your head is not a good place to put touch controls that you can't see. And the fact that like right when I'm trying to readjust these, I'm not like brushing and like stopping in my music and stuff is really, really nice. The other thing I like is that these are super duper comfortable. They're light, and they hang off your like the top of your ears, so they're not putting pressure on the inside of your ears. Now, one note: if you plan to wear these for more than 4 hours, I will tell you that this clamping force can start to hurt. I know this because I've worn these for more than 4 hours while riding. Especially if you're dehydrated, you will begin to feel that clamping force on your temple. But it takes a long time for that to set in. The battery on these is pretty good. I don't know what the exact stat is. I'll try to find it, put it up. But it'll last, like if you charge it, it'll last as long of a ride as you want it to. Yeah, that's about it for what I like. But the design is great. Let's check back in on what I'm doing on the ride. Ooh, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm shaking right now because a lady in a white SUV just like totally cut me off in a roundabout and almost hit me. And she like wasn't paying attention. I was in the roundabout, she was entering, and I thought she'd stop because she was supposed to yield, and she didn't stop, and I had to brake really hard when I wasn't ready, and she almost hit me. I've never flipped someone off on a bike before. I really try not to, but I totally flipped her off. Woo! It is still cold. I got about 12 miles to go. As you can see, if you're wondering whether or not it's cold, there's your proof right there. That's ice building up on the inside of my water bottle, and on the top. Can't really drink out of this anymore. I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. When I started this ride, I did not think I was gonna finish, but god damn it, well, am I gonna finish? I feel like God's against me on this one. He doesn't want this to happen, but you God. Okay, let's go. And I made it back. I did end up getting more frost nip on my feet, and the bottom of my feet turned white, which I believe is the beginning stages of superficial frostbite. But other than that, I warmed up fine. My feet have been cold for like the last day, like full day since I was riding. But other than that, I've been fine. I've been using these for probably 3 or 4 months now on a lot of my rides, and I really, really like them because they're just great. They're really, really comfortable. They got a long enough battery where I don't have to worry about it. I think in like if you don't plan to use them while exercising, they can get really bad sound bleed too. Just because these are acting just as speakers that are outside of your ears. Like if you're sitting next to somebody, they'll be able to hear what you're listening to, but that's not a problem if you're running or riding or whatever. So these are the best exercise headphones I have found. There is a pro version that I have not tried that apparently has more bass. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, like it. If you subscribed it, subscribe it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.